Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, I'm bringing you a replay. This one will be between KiWiKaKi, the Canadian Protoss player, and ClouD, who honestly I do not know much about. Real quickly here before as we get into the game, or before we get into the game, I should say, I wanted to quickly thank all those who have commented and subscribed to me already, and given me some suggestions on how I can better shoutcast these replays. And first off, I want to say thank you once again, and I will be playing here on a faster speed. A lot of people were complaining about that. I may slow down during battles or times I want to point out certain things, but for the most part we'll try to keep things at a pace that everyone can agree at. Secondly, I do run my C's as in Colossus, and Z's as in Zealots. I do run them together sometimes, and I want to verify that I said that the player previously versus Huck is QXC, C as in Colossus. So now that I get that out of the way, let's go ahead and proceed with the game, alright? I don't know much about ClouD, and this is just a ladder match, but I really like KiWiKaKi. I think possibly underrated player. Yeah, he came from World of Warcraft, I mean not World of Warcraft, Warcraft 3, and yeah, we can all hate him on that level. But for the most part, he's shown that he's a good player. He's taken some wins from Hydra and from Huck in several other games, so I think that's I think he's a really good player, and I think he has a lot of potential. He's not the best, obviously. Really quickly, I just wanted to say that ClouD did a really good job denying any scouting by KiWiKaKi. If we just look at this this tab right here, look at this. Look, KiWiKaKi has no idea what's going on at this base, and ClouD is gonna continue to deny any scouting from KiWiKaKi. So really good play there. I think on ClouD's part. Look at this. He's getting his expansion down. But for all KiWiKaKi knows, he could be doing a Banshee rush. This is forcing him. Look at this. And I'm really surprised KiWiKaKi did not throw an Overseer out first. Because I would be really curious what's going on, especially if there was Banshees in play. But maybe he's pretty confident with his, his opponent. Really quickly, again, ClouD just being really diligent. He comes over here and he gets this scouting done. He comes over to this eye, make sure no one has the this Nago tower. He's going to snipe off this one probe. Looks like KiWiKaKi had the same idea. And he's just going to get this. He's got map control at this point. ClouD does, and he's going to be able to use this one Reaper just to go ahead and just snipe in this base. Possibly get some kills, but for the most part, he's just going to get so much scouting information that if he dies without any kills, let's see, he does get. So this Reaper is going to go down. Oh, goes down with 2 kills, but the scouting information, just phenomenal. I mean, it totally pays for its cost. He knows the expansions are going up. He knows he's got 1 robo. He knows 3 gate. So now this observer for KiWiKaKi just coming in and just being able to see what's going on at this point. And he still hasn't quite used it to see everything, but he will now. So I think if I was ClouD, I'd be feeling pretty good at this point. He's got this bunker. I think this is good positioning. Yeah, Colossi with range are going to be able to hit it, but for the most part, I don't think your Stalkers or anything are going to be able to. Maybe 1 or 2 right up in here will be able to touch this. So decent positioning. It does deny like anything that wants to run up this ramp real fast. So let's go ahead and look into production. We do have ClouD staying on top of his upgrades right now. He's still producing the Marine, so he's very Marine heavy at this point, even producing Marines out of the barracks that have the tech labs on them. In the meantime, we do see Zealot, Immortal, and Sentry mix here from KiWiKaKi, continuing to produce those Zealots. There goes the Twilight Council, so I imagine he'll probably, with this many Zealots out in the field, probably want to go ahead and get light speed. Still, KiWiKaKi has that one observer in his base, new scanner sweep's gone down to take care of it. Surprisingly, I mean, we're just seeing a starport coming up from ClouD, and we do see that reactor really late on that factory. I would have just waited almost to put on the starport. So we're not seeing medevacs quite as soon. And look at this, a dark shrine. You know, I like this play by KiWiKaKi so much. And there we go. We also have the charge coming out for the zealots. The reason why I like this dark shrine is he hasn't had he still risks being scouted. Let's see if that scan. I doubt that scan saw it, but no, it didn't see it. But complete. I like it because this is at least a trap I fall into. Is if Protoss players have a lot of zealots and they throw a decent amount of sorry, wow, I'm just like losing. I'm just lost right there. They throw a decent amount of Dark Templar in there. Then sometimes that can just like really throw it off. Like I can be like, my guys are dying, and I have no idea where. And you know, I have the scanner sweep saved up and everything, but I just actually just forget to use it. And then it's not until like the battle's over and I've still cleared off every unit on the map except for like my guys are still dying. I'm like, oh, there's Dark Templar still around. So I think it's a good play. Like, if you have the resources and you can tech up to it really fast, like, go for it. I think it's a really strong play. It does force the Terran players to either get a Raven out or use the scanner sweep, and more than one if you're really good with microing your GTs. You can micro them really easily out of the scanner sweep field. At the same time, actually, look at this. This medevac. Sorry, I want to point this out. This medevac just missed this this proxy. This medevac only has one Marine, which I think is kind of humorous. But really, he's just scouting to see if his opponent. I think he's just going to come up here. I don't think he's trying to do anything except for see if there's an expansion here. You see, there's nothing mining here. He's just going to back off. Yeah, because medevac with one Marine is not all that threatening. So we still see this very heavy zealot army. That's really, you know, KiWiKaKi not producing a whole lot of units. Let's look at the unit tab. 10 zealots, 2 immortals, 1 colossi, 5 stalkers, 3 sentry. Versus 19 marauders and 21 marines and 3 medevacs. KiWiKaKi, knowing what his opponent has, I'm really surprised at this play. Look at this this Raven being built. I wonder if it's like just a 6th sense or something. Like, okay, he does see it. He scanner sweeped and he saw it. Okay, I missed that. I'm sorry. So he'd get that Raven out because I like to personally save up you know, my scanner sweeps for either scouting purposes or of course mules, and to have to use it in battle is like just a pain. And a waste in my opinion. Now look at this, KiWiKaKi with that observer well placed. He's going to see, aha! Finally getting his expansion down, but KiWiKaKi is ahead of him as for the 3rd. And at this time, KiWiKaKi is going to say, I think it's a good time to attack. I think it's a horrible time. Look at the armies right here. Just look at the comparison. You have tanks down here. You know, the tanks don't have siege, but if he can focus down these colossi, good force fields. But look at this. Even keeping a ClouD with just a portion of his army is able to thwart this army with even the colossi out there. This is a force to be reckoned with. He's got the 2 armor upgrade. I'm sorry, the 2 attack upgrade. And look at this sentry tower going down. Interesting play by ClouD. And I would just like notice if he had placed that just a little closer to the edge, yeah, it would have been vulnerable to some attacks, but he would have been able to see this. I like to place them if I'm playing a real defensive game, I'm just trying to turtle up, I throw down a sentry tower. I like to throw it down somewhere on this edge, so I actually can get this idea if there's something here at this eye. Oh, look at this, ClouD coming out for an attack. This is actually really bad positioning if he can go down these force fields. These colossi can just pick all the guys off. KiWiKaKi is gonna back away from these siege tanks. I think you know, ClouD obviously has the army advantage at this point, but with some well placed force fields, these colossi can do quite a bit of damage. And here, ClouD comes in here. He does. I'm sorry, I slowed down the speed. ClouD does come in here, and he does see his proxy and take it out no problem. And KiWiKaKi just making way for that. I'm sorry, I don't know what I just did. So KiWiKaKi, still throwing out some warnings. He does have 2 DTs out in this field, and here they are, right over here. You're gonna quickly, I imagine, take down this turret just as fast as possible. And look at this, okay? He takes one of these, and yeah, it's chasing SCVs, but really, he's gonna tell it to go over somewhere in the main base. He's gonna use it for scouting purposes, for one. Oh wow, there's a massive battle going on right here. Look at this. Look how many Colossi are out in the field right now. ClouD needs so many more Vikings to deal with this. I don't think he has an answer for this many Colossi. And look at this. Even though that KiWiKaKi really has no more units out in the field, but neither does except for these 1 siege tanks. This one Dark Templar is going to go unchallenged, and these Vikings cannot fight against these cannons. So these Colossi are going to get away. Right here, just like there we go. ClouD leaves without even GGing. ClouD had clearly the army advantage, I believe, but he just had nothing to do with this Colossi. And when it reaches that 6 Colossi, that's just something you do not want to be fighting, especially not in this position right here. It's very closed, and some well-placed force fields can really just nullify the entire army. Siege tanks, if he had a few in there, might have helped, but regardless, definitely more Vikings would have been good to have. So anyway, this is just a ladder match, KiWiKaKi versus ClouD. KiWiKaKi plays it well. I really like the Dark Templar play.